let's try this. All right, can everybody hear me? Everyone is good. Okay, so we are now live, I believe. Perfect. All right, so again, what I'm going to do is simply, everyone can hear. Yay. Okay, I have to watch it here and everybody's good. Okay, so there's always some kind of technical glitch or complication. So what I'm going to do is I have the chat room. When you're here, if you want a reading, you can just say hey, or you can just sit and watch. You don't even have to let me know you're here. And I will pull things for you guys basically when I'm just shown something. So I'm going to look through, and if I'm shown something for you, I will tell you what it is. It is a blurb. It's quick. It is what you are meant to get from your guides. And I'm just making sure I'm hearing everything properly. Okay. Yay. So let's check this out. Well, you guys were here a long time waiting. I'm glad my whole event thing worked out for you so that you could see what I was doing. All right. So Arctic Wings, happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. All right. So Arctic Wings 22. I always try to get the first couple people that are in the room. And we will just go from there. So a little heads up, everything that I get is from God, it's from spirit guides, it is from people who have passed over. I do not consult the dead, but I will repeat what they look like, sound like, smell like, all of the things that I can possibly be. You know, whatever I'm given, I will express to you. I do not ask them questions. Everything is symbolic, so I will explain to you first what I'm being shown, and then I will explain what it means. And my guides have taught me to understand them on a beach. Hence my background. So the beach represents safety, security, and grounding. Water represents problems and situations, but it can also represent opportunity depending on how it presents. And there is this whole beach area that if I am taken to it, I will explain what each place means. Sometimes I won't make it to a beach. I'll be taken elsewhere. The more I get involved in the readings, the more my energy is pulled, and I start to feel, like my eyes actually start to get really tired and kind of droop. I'm going to mute my phone. Bloop. All right. Otherwise, my phone will just keep going a bonkers. All right. Perfect. Okay. So, I'm going to clarify something. I am originally from the Chicagoland area, Go Bears, but I currently live in Wisconsin. I do not want to be misconstrued as a Green Bay Packers fan because I am not. Go Bears. Okay. So I'm in Wisconsin and in the Fond du Lac area. Okay. So let's see what we've got going on. All right. So back to Arctic Wings. Now that I've explained everything, I'm going to, and also the camera basically is your eyes, but I can't look at your eyes. I have to look at what they drop down in front of me, and it's almost as if I'm able to then cross into that dimension and walk around where I need to be. So forgive me for the lack of eye contact. It's just that that's what I have to do when I'm reading. So Arctic Wings, you say it's your birthday today. So a message for you from the other side. You have what it's like a what would I call her? Her energy feels really good. I would look at her and I think this has got to be like an aunt or great aunt, but her hair is auburny or red, and she says that she passed you down, that she brought you down. So that means I think it's like a Lou or Lucille, something to that effect, and that she from here, to, like from heaven to here, she kind of passed you down or pushed you down the chute. I call the chute, it's where little kids are born, or where they sit or hang out before they are born. And so if somebody's trying to get pregnant or have a baby, I can see how many kids are sitting by the chute. And I used to do gender readings. There used to be this thing I used to do, like gender readings and so forth. But oh my gosh, it's crazy. So anyway, Arctic, this is a great aunt person, auburny hair, and she said that she put you down or passed you down, like gave the blessing, like shoot, there she goes. And the Lou or Lucille, a strong L, like a double L sound is in there. Happy birthday, disco ball, and the message would be, it almost looks like you've got something that is hanging from your rearview mirror, and I swear all I keep seeing is you doing, like, you go poop and it like swings, so they want me to acknowledge this, but it also feels like it's either a newer car or something to do with the car and being safe while you drive and acknowledging this vehicle. So yeah, I don't feel anything negative. It feels more like be safe, drive safely. It feels either a new vehicle or a newer vehicle, something about your vehicle being changed or swapped out. So it's very cool. It's very cool. All right, let's move up here. If you guys place comments in there, they really do go all the way to the bottom. If you have questions about anything, there are two people, Lalanya and Kim Borders. They both have a wrench next to their name, and they help me with the stream. They help me kind of go through things and point out stuff that I might miss while I'm doing this, because I can't read through the chat room. So if there's any issues, though, definitely let me know, and I will do my best to address things. Okay. Okay, oh my god, my great aunt and my grandpa. That's very, very cool. Okay, so a hummingbird, your great aunt, that's really cool. It's hanging from the inside of your car. That's really awesome that she would connect herself to that flying thing in your car, which would be a hummingbird. I love that. I really do love that. That's really, really cool. I love that. Okay, so we had up here, I'm going to run through. I just kind of like skim through and I grab what I'm supposed to grab. All right, so Martina Crossland. Martina, I pick up a lot of baby energy around you. So this must be either a small child, small children. It looks like young boy, a little bit older girl, so younger in age. But I also see a third child wanting to come down to you or enter into your life somehow. And this feels like it's a soul that was possibly supposed to go to someone else within the family, but due to certain circumstances or changes in needing to be learned, but there is a pregnancy around you, because I'm seeing a young boy, a little bit older girl, and then another one. So 3 children all together around you I'm seeing. And I'm supposed to tell you that this youngest child came to you possibly unexpected, because it was a change in their life lesson and what they need to learn, if that makes sense. Also, there was a change in relationship somehow, and this child needed to learn security, the lesson of security. So there was a change in relationship. So this might be that you have a younger child, you may have children from a previous relationship, and that this child's lessons could not involve. It's somehow the child was initially not supposed to, it was, I don't want to confuse you. This last or third child was supposed to come through somehow in a different way, and is now coming through to you. Okay, I don't know if I just confused you, but you're like, no! Oh my gosh, I know. Well, you know what? That would be really cool. Babies are blessings, right? Unless you're my age. There's Lala. Lala is now here. Okay. All right, so Lala is now here. And if you guys have any questions about anything, you can direct them to her as well. Hi, Chad. How are you? Yes, if nothing is working, let me know. Okay. Wait, what is this message here? Those are my dogs. Okay, hold on one second. I have to let somebody know something upstairs really quickly. All right, I'm so sorry. My son, he is going into, hold on. Okay. He's going into the Marines, and he has gone this weekend to Mepson. They needed us to sign something else, and so they just showed up. All right. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, now I'm back in here. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. Okay. I apologize. Lala, if you wouldn't mind just going through the chat and running through and making sure there's anything else that I need to address here too, that would be awesome. Okay. All right. Sorry. Mini break. Mini break. Mini break. So let's see. Angela Kennard. Angie, let's take a look at you. Okay. So Angie, I see when your guides are showing you, it's so funny because normally I'm seeing everything over here and then all of a sudden you are on my left-hand side. So the one thing that your guides want you to know right now that's super important is to be really thoughtful in what you're doing, to make sure that you're not doing anything out of emotion or instance. So no impulses, nothing that you would do on impulse right now. You want to make sure that you are sitting back and considering and thinking things through, because they show when they all of a sudden you go from my right to my left, you're barefoot and you are walking through a little bit of mud. Excuse me. And this left hand side is definitely saying she needs to be thoughtful. She needs to be proper in the way that she makes decisions. Very important right now. And it will prevent you from making any decisions that you will regret. Part of it looks, and the way that you're walking, I mean, I think part of the reason that they're warning you or like alerting you is a better word to put it, alerting you of this is the fact that you're barefoot means that nothing is holding you back right now. Nobody is saying, Angela, you can't do this. This is bad. You can't do this. So you really will be relying completely on yourself to make a decision. And no one's going to say, oh, that's a bad idea, or why would you do that? No one is going to do that. And they will support you in whatever you choose. So be thoughtful in everything you decide, from directions you go to things that you sign or purchase. Just make sure that you are careful in those decisions right now, because they will, it's not so much that these are life-changing decisions, but they can be, depending on how they present. I don't see this as a pathway that is going to throw off all of the things that you do or have done that really can't happen. It feels more opportunistic, meaning you can have a whole bunch of opportunities happen at once, whereas your life path will continue in certain directions. So I don't see this being a negative thing. I'm seeing it just being very careful. Okay. All right. Cheryl Riley. Hello, darling. How are you? All right. I will tell people that if you're in the chat room and you are, I know Lala and Kim will, they watch everything. If you get in and start reading people in the chat room, they will immediately delete you from the chat. And the reason being is because I can't vet people that way, and I don't want someone getting onto my live stream and getting false information from someone and then later thinking that, or whatever, thinking it was me that told them something. So I don't allow, because I don't know where people get their information from. I don't know if they're throwing runes or reading tarot cards. And so if you are in the chat room and you read people, you'll immediately be deleted from the chat room. So I'm just letting you guys know that. And the reasons why. Okay. Because I'm seeing this completely deleted. Okay. So Cheryl Riley. Cheryl, the first thing that this hits me like right, I can't even think of it. It's like, ugh. First off, whatever this is makes me want to throw up a little bit. Like I feel almost really, really nauseous or nervous all of a sudden. I feel anxious because this feels like something new, uncharted territory. It hits me right about here. It's dealing with learning and education and let's say a learning curve. So that also may mean the way that they're presenting it in a change of job. So not so much that you're going back to school, but having to learn something where work is concerned, and it feels almost a little that nervousness, like what's going to happen, right before you go out on stage, or it's that butterflies in the stomach feeling of just about getting ready to talk with someone. That's the nauseous, like I want to throw up. I'm coming from someone who has massive stage fright. That would be me. I know, and you would think that's crazy, right? Like I can get upstairs, I can get up and talk all day long. I can do anything on the stage. But if you get up and make me sing, I'm going to probably throw up a little bit. Okay, but anyway, so Cheryl, learning, education, where work is concerned, and it feels like you're walking into something new or they're dropping you into something new. And so when I drop people places, guides will take them where they are needed to be for me to understand. So what that means for you is the fact that you are being dropped somewhere is that you are going to be taken somewhere where work is concerned or entered into something with work that you may not understand, but it is profound that you move in that direction. It's very important. Okay. Alrighty then, let's take a look down here. Alright. Hey Vin, please remember the only person that thank you, Lala, I do appreciate that. I have not read you, Vin. I have not. I just saw that you were here. Okay. People are reading people. Hartman, no. There was somebody apparently in the chat that was just reading people, and they are now deleted. And so the whole thing is just the comment that I don't want people reading people in the chat room because I don't know if they're good or where they get their information from. So I don't want people misled. Okay. So let me go up here. All right. Let's take a peek up here. Where am I at? I got Martina. Jessie Garcia. Hi, everyone. Hi, Jessie. Jessie, you have a dog coming, the first thing I'm seeing, it looks like a dog. Now, I'm really bad at determining dogs because they have a different energy and they will twizzle. So what I mean is people do it, but dogs do it every single time. Where people will kind of try to separate their streams for me, dogs just go and they mix. So when I first see you, the first thing is I get licked in the face, and this is like the size of a German Shepherd. It looks like a Shepherd or a Rottie, a Doberman, that black and brown kind of looking face. pointy ears, so probably not a rot, but it's right, it's a bigger dog. I am also supposed to mention something about somebody looks like they're walking this dog, and from my perspective it looks like somebody who would be military or in the military, uniformed of that kind. And there's a lot of color around this person. Somebody, it feels like, that is passed over, would have been uniformed or military, is wanting to say hello, and it looks like this dog is attached on a leash to them. And I'm like looking up. I mean, I'm like, I can even see the grass. I'm super, super tiny, and I'm looking up to this person as if they're sniffing something. They're trying to, this dog is looking for, but the dog is like licking my face. It's interesting. I've never had that perspective before of being so tiny. Usually I am above everybody, kind of looking down on this whole world. So there must be a point to that maybe would make sense to you. Either that maybe you were young or very young, like a baby or something. Somebody that may have passed before you would have actually recognized or known them, letting you know that they're saying hello. The big, a D around them, a big D around them. That's interesting. And what smells, I know this is really strange, but all of a sudden I got like this really crazy smell of toothpaste or minty freshness. Don't know why, but I'm going to throw that one out there at you. All right. I do believe that people were killing us for you. Okay, I'm very nervous and scared. I'm so nervous that I cut myself not once but twice. Okay, so Jessie, that's interesting. I'm just seeing this. So you're nervous that you... Okay. So now that I'm seeing this, how does it relate to what I just read for you? That's interesting. All the multicolors around that individual. Are you going to be okay? It looks like I don't see anything that is saying that you're not, so it's probably your own anxiety or nervousness that is getting in the way today for you. It's just nervousness. And so it looks like I don't see anything for you to be worried about. Everything looks like you're going to be okay. Interesting. You have to get out of your head, though, definitely, because I'm not seeing anything. Focus on what you can do today. Focus on the things in front of you, and don't think about tomorrow yet, because you don't have to worry about tomorrow. You need to focus on right now and being present, and that will also help to relieve some of your anxieties. When I am worried about something, or I'm feeling kind of pulled out of body where you're disconnected or fuzzy, I will find something. Okay, so like here's a tea bag. I will close my eyes, because your eyes, you can see it. Oh, it's this, it's that. So you close your eyes and you feel it. You can feel the string. You can feel when you twist it how it kind of comes undone. You can feel it's tied here, little piece of paper, square edges. I'm rebuilding it in my mind. Comes up here. I can feel this mesh. It's a little rough. Like when you do that, I don't care what it is. If it's an egg, it's smooth. You're building it in your mind. You're not using your eyes to see things. When you do that, you are pulling your energy back into this protective case, into your body, into your white light, into your aura, into everything that is protective. And you are then, instead of looking with your eyes, you are in feeling it. and you're rewinding, you're pulling all of your energies in. Because when you are out and beyond, when your soul is lifting or anxious or stressed out, you just can't deal with anymore. Your soul is like, screw this. I don't want any part of this physical earthly pain, and it will start to like. You are so stressed out that you are beyond your own protective auras and your own lights that our white light, our pink lights, our all these lights. The things out there, I'm going to call darker angels, they find those people who are kind of drifting and floating up here, detaching. And they find them and think that, let's go get that person. They're in pain. And they don't try to push you back in. They try to continue to pull you out. They poke you and prod you. They cause you pain. They create more anxiety. And then they whisper in your ear that you're no good, or you're stupid, or you're going to fail. You're fat, you're ugly, you're bucktooth, you're dumb. What kind of parent are you? What kind of daughter? What kind of son? You failed. You ran away. And they fill people's heads with these horrible messages to the point where some people are like, you know what? You're right. And they're looking in a mirror going, you're right. And they're wrong. It's not good. Feel. Close your eyes and feel. It's very important to know that. All right. So just so everybody does know, I am also a Christian. I was brought up in Protestant church, Presbyterian church. However, all of my friends were Catholic. So in order to spend the night at somebody's house growing up, I had to go to church with them on a Wednesday and a Mass, or a Sunday, or a Saturday, or whenever their family was going to Mass, I had to go with. So I grew up in both churches, and I actually, in order to do what I do, I have studied a lot of different religions, but they all kind of trickle together and find their like unity in the center of all of those little circles. But a lot of my faith goes into Catholicism and based on that, because that is where I find my strongest faith, and I prefer to have a whole bunch of energies around me protecting me. So yeah. Okay, so let's go on down here. Let me get on down. All right. Okay. Basil 1026. Hello, if you're still here, Basil. All right, so Basil, let's take a peek at you. Where is Basil? Basil. The first thing your guides show me is I'm standing behind you. You're on your beach. The water is to your left-hand side. You are barefoot. You are in a long, sheer, almost transparent-looking blue gown. Your hair is down. You have a big pail in your right hand. You are kind of looking out onto the water. There's a raft that is pushed up to the shore that is not seaworthy. So what this all tells me is, one, barefoot again means that nothing is holding you back. That right now, everybody's got the same storm going on across the entire world. So there's the whole COVID thing, isolation thing. But we're not going to talk about that today. So just putting that out there, we all have a few things that are restricting us from being able to actually move forward. However, there are so many ways of doing things or starting things, and we're lucky to have the online access that we do. So the inspirations and passions that you are getting right now, you want to act on and move on, because it does involve your livelihood and the future things that are coming to you. Now the way that it represents is you have this broken raft that again is not seaworthy. At some point in the recent past, you made an attempt to go for something that maybe you were inspired to do or to create or to build, and it doesn't look like that boat was completed, and so you would have taken it out on the water, it would have corrupted, and you would have had to find your way back. And so you would have had a really awesome opportunity look like a failure, when in fact it wasn't. It was just that you were very anxious or excited, and you're just anticipating this new beginning. So this empty bucket says that there is still more ingredients to this process, and you just need to be very thorough, looking up everything you need to, being logical with the water on your left hand side. There is another opportunistic boat that's going to show up, at which point you will be able to get on. But do not pursue this until you know you have every ingredient you know to make it a success. Be smart about it and be intelligent, because there is job change coming for you by your own hand. It will be invented by you or created by you, and it's not something that you are going to just go get hired for. So it involves your education, your tacit knowledge, your abilities, and your passions. And I would also include your determination to make it work. So that for you, Basil, is coming. It probably involves a move. The way that it looks, eventually you will end up moving because of it. So it's a good thing. All right. All right, Carol Jones. All right, Carol Jones, let's take a peek at you. That's weird. Oh, there we go. Okay. My screen got all screwed up on me for a minute. Carol Jones. Let me just check let me go all the way to my bottom here. Hello, Kathy. All right. You know what, Hartman? I actually just ordered 2 rosaries. I keep one in my car and I keep one on my bed. And when I'm by myself, I will just throw on like YouTube in my car. I know that's really bad, right? But it's just the same thing as a radio. And I will go through and do the miracles and all those things, and just brings you right back to where you're supposed to be. And that's just what I do. I mean, you've got to find your own way of reconnecting with your body and the earth. You've got to find a way to ground yourself, and that's how I do it. It really brings you some massive peace. I just love doing that. Yes, Carol, you are definitely next. And there's some funny messages here. Okay. Great. I'm going to fly through this. I'm going to get through as much as I can. Okay. All right. So Carol Jones, that's where I was, I believe. Carol Jones. Okay. Carol, this must be like a mother figure that's coming through. I can't even copy her. I'm like trying to copy this laugh and I can't do it because it's kind of high pitched, but at the same time it's fast and and my mouth is pursed. Like I'm laughing about something and trying to be proper at the same time. It's funny. I think I just had too much caffeine. I think I've had too much caffeine. I need some water. If anybody is watching, you can bring me some water. My bottle of water is by the sink. You can just bring that to me anytime. That would be great. Okay. So Carol, you've got this, and she's sitting back in this, what would I call it? It almost looks like a late 70s, early 80s chair that is upholstered, and it looks like it's got flowers on it. A floral looking chair, and her hair is short, curly, and blonder. Excuse me. She wants me to point out her midsection. So she's also wanting, so this is okay, this is the point. This person, Carol, is trying to come through and let you know this is who it is. So she's acknowledging things that you would have known in life about her to recognize. So I'm going to get my water. So she is wanting me to point out her midsection. And that, it almost feels like a liver, insulin, pancreas. So there would be enzymes and like maybe diabetes that she wants me to point out. And spy sync. An H name, like Henry, or she wants me to acknowledge a name like that. Harry, Henry, something with an H. And she's not doing anything. She's just sitting there staring at me like I'm missing something. She's just staring at me. Now, I wonder if I'm actually, if she's with you right now. Hi, hello, Alex. I do not want to fly, Vin Vin. Okay, hold on. So, I wonder if Carol is still here to respond, but she's not saying much. It just looks like from the chair to my left-hand side would be like a shelf of some kind or a fireplace. Something is happening here. Yeah, and then to my right there's a window. So maybe her old house, maybe your current house. All right. No. I do not like high caffeine levels. This is tea. Whew. The tea shouldn't be having so much caffeine in it, but oh my gosh, I think it did. I think I overdid it. Okay. Let me get back up here. This thing really did fly down. Okay. So, Carol Jones. Great. Becky Bub. Becky Bub! If you're still here, let's read Becky Bub. Yeah, caffeine's a little bit high right now. Okay. Okie dokie. Becky Bub. When I see your energy, Becky, the first thing I see is like this. Like big smile. I'm seeing a huge smile. So there is obvious like success or pride in self that I'm supposed to acknowledge. Recognition for successes. And you know, it's so hard, I think, for everyone in this day. Every single person, when we aren't paying attention, we seek approval from other people, and we look for people to praise us, and it lets us know that we're doing what's right. However, within us is that very own gauge, and that gauge that says, I'm okay or you're okay, that we really need to pay attention to. And that's what they're saying is right now you need to just know in your gut that you are okay, that you're doing well, and not rely or expect other people to give you a pat on the back. You know, especially people who know you, because the people who know you are going to be like rolling their eyes, highly in disbelief. Let me see. And hold on one second. I need something really quickly. And okay. We have I'll get to this in a minute. I'll explain what I was just doing. And your face is what I keep seeing, like this huge smile. So I'm not sure what you do. I would look at you like she's got to be a dentist or a dental hygienist or something with those pearly whites. There's something going on there beyond the successes. And I'm supposed to acknowledge those from spirit so that you stop looking for the people around you to give you an attaboy when you're probably not going to get it the way that you need it. Super important, super important. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I hope it does because it's pretty poignant. Okay, people are ignoring my text messages right now. It's okay. Let's see. Okay, Becky is there. Anything on my dad? Interesting that you asked about that. Okay. I wonder if that's why I'm getting the approval from up there for you, because you're not going to get like that pat on the back here. And sometimes when we need to know we're doing well, or we need that confirmation, like am I doing okay, we don't get it even from the living. You know, they kind of withhold it. Whereas what I'm seeing is approval, pat on the back from upstairs. I hope that makes sense. It's like somebody upstairs is trying to get you to understand that. I'm getting kind of like upset because people are ignoring me up there and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Let's just call him and then he'll see the messages. Okay, hanging up now. All right. Okay, so you get joy from singing in church. You know, and that isn't like something that people are, it's different. I know exactly. Singing singing in church is different because your motives, your intention, who you're singing to is also different. And that's awesome to be able to do that. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Let me go up here. Yep. Got my message. Was ignoring me that whole time. All right. So let me flip up and come back down here. I apologize. So I got you and I got there. Okay. Who is this? Raymonette Kendall. I have not read Raymonette yet. Raymonette, let's take a peek at you. The first thing I'm being told to tell you, Raymonette, is that you are going to have to be the bigger person in the situation. It is involving what looks like 2 other females in the family, and you are going to have to be the person that fixes or corrects the situation. And even if you are not the one at fault, it's going to have to be you to rise to this situation to make it better, because your faith and humility are what are going to be the gift of bringing it back, whereas there are other people who are very stubborn or are unable to see what they need to do because they lack that vision, maybe that faith as well. And so you are going to be asked to bring something back. And my whole thing just totally died. Why? I just lost my entire YouTube studio. I have no idea why. Hopefully we'll get it back. There we go. I'm back. Yeah, thank you. Everybody knows that I was calling you because you were ignoring me for like 15 minutes. Thank you.
It's not working.
Okay, thank you. Grazie. You didn't. Oh, you brought me some sugar too? Grazie. Yay.
You okay?
I'm okay.
Right.
Oh, my sugar just dropped. It's actually a known fact, physiological researched fact, that if you're doing what I'm doing, your brain uses up so much sugar to do what I'm doing. Your blood sugar, boom, completely plummets. It's researched fact. It's pretty cool, right? So I always keep sugar and things, and if anybody knows, I will sit and eat the whole time during some of my galleries. But my blood sugar was dropping. Okay. So I was reading Raymonette. So you have to fix something within the family because it feels like you bring together, like you tighten the strings. Those, you know, when somebody crochets a blanket and a couple, you know, you'll get a hole somewhere and you can find those little end strings, you can pull them together and tie it back up. That's what your spirit guides are saying, that you need to correct something and you need to fix it. Let me move my coffee or my tea here. I don't need more tea. No. Okay. I should do my readings in an accent, or I should, Chad. I should do all of them, but then I will be misleading everybody into thinking that I'm some amazing British person. And I'm not an amazing British person. So I could do it the whole time. I can do it in French. I can do it in Russian. I can do it in any accent you guys want me to do it in. I should. Jesse Garcia, exactly what you feel. I don't remember what I told you, Jesse. But I'm glad that it confirmed whatever message that it confirmed for you. What they were saying. I'm glad. Okay. Let's go back up here. Hartman, I know I've talked to you a couple times. I'm going to vibe on you really quickly. All right. So Hartman, the first thing for you, Your guides are showing I'm with you on a log, roped together log raft. You're on the water. You are facing your beach. You are anchored. You are in like dress shoes, black slacks, a white top. There's a book in front of you, and it opens, and then like the pages start like flying out of the book, and you close it as fast as you can. There's a coming back here. There's a coming back for you. There is no need to ask why anymore. You are in a current situation that is helping you to understand Spirit's desire or connection with you. So what really quickly before I lose this visual in this message, you are again on the water, anchored. Anchors represent God. They represent Him saying, I'm not going to let you go out in any deeper of water. I'm not going to let you fall in. But it's not time for you to get comfortable again. It's not time for you to head back to your beach. I'm going to hold you here for a little while because you have some things to figure out. So He's also saying that He wants that conversation with you. And for you to trust that inner voice when you are arguing with it and you hear, what you should or shouldn't do, to trust those positive messages. The outfit that you're wearing. Now, the shoes represent a feeling or a perception that you are being held back or restricted. This is not pertaining to isolation and quarantining. It's something personal to you, where you are feeling that you are not able to move forward. And it usually, the way you're dressed, this would involve work and career, and the desire to change your situation and being unable to do that. So this book represents knowledge, and sitting here when the wind, this is something you can't control. The wind flips it open and you lose some of this knowledge. So, and I don't want to call it losing knowledge. Maybe that's not the best way to put it. The perception of having lost something is there. But there is major change trying to happen, and what it appears is you may accidentally be getting in your own way of this positive change. And sometimes we just kind of have to go, okay, I'm going to let go of this. I'm not going to try to figure it out anymore. I'm just going to walk away. I'm going to go grab a bag of Doritos. This would be me. Doritos, maybe a glass of wine or a glass of tea, Netflix, pajamas, couch. That's me completely letting go. I have to walk away entirely from a situation. So it's very possible that is what is happening here for you. Before you can get comfortable again, you are going through a time of change, and you need to stop trying to manually change it and allow it to just conveyor belt you down the little line, boop, 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 because it's going to happen with you or without you, but you're making it maybe a little more difficult. So if this is not happening right now, and you start to see things occurring and you're trying to manage them, stop trying to manage it. Allow it to do its own thing. Okay. All right. And we're seizing back up again. Super exciting. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I lost the sound for a minute. Do you guys all have sound back on? Is it all working for you guys? There we go. I'm a little bit behind on the... I'm just waiting. Okay. An Irish accent. You want me to read it in Irish accent? Alright, so let's see, Morgan Gray. Let's read, No, that's more, I don't know, more Scottish. Alright, I'm not going to do it. It's very hard in the tongue. Alright, it's on. Alright. Um, I should read for Morgan with a Russian accent. Then I leave out all sorts of action words. There we are. All right. Okay. All right. Got to have fun when we are doing this stuff. All right. So, Vin, I have been trying to vibe on you the whole time. I don't see anything that's coming through that's different or new for you. I have. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys before. It just reminded me. We have an energy in the house. We call her Dolly. Um, Dolly. And it's this little girl that has, while I was doing this, kind of um, attaches. I don't know if you were able to hear her there across the digital or not. Um, but it is not a child that is living if you are hearing her. But she's here and she's like on me, and when they do that, it makes me really dizzy. So she just you need to just like move over, and you cannot hang on me while I'm doing this. You have to let go of my energy and either leave the room or stand by the door because you're making me nauseous. Okay. But yeah, so Vin, I'm not seeing anything that you need to know. It feels like I'm wondering. That's interesting. This must, as I was saying that, I'm proven wrong. This must be like a father energy that comes through for you, Vin, and says the next ride is on me. And so I'm wondering if it means like, and it was weird because when he said that, I looked, I'm like, you don't ride a motorcycle. It was so strange. I almost felt like he was contradicting himself. So I would definitely pay attention to the clouds or the birds, those things, the next time you take a ride on your motorcycle, to listen, watch for and listen to animals, nature, things that do strange things. It's coming from a father figure. So it's pretty cool. All right, I'll do a few more here. Hello, Erin. Hello, how are you? A long time no talk. I know we've both been very, very busy, but believe me, you are always on my mind. I'm always vibing. Okay. Facey! All right. Okay, so Facey, I'm looking at your energy right now. The only thing that I, for you, can see is it almost feels like the need to pull all of the energies in, and so excuse me, you might be feeling it where I think this is a good thing for everyone. So the fact that it's coming up for you, Casey, is important because a lot of people might really understand what I'm about to tell you. But your guides are showing you like sitting in your room, in your living room, and I'm watching behind you. I'm watching as you reel all of your energy in. So energy tentacles are what we send out to the people we know and love. We've got millions of them, they're just a split second thought. And when we are spread too thin, when we talk about our problems, or when, like, social media has made it that much worse because we put blurbs. If you go back to your activity log at the end of the day on a social media log, look at how much you've put out there. And so every single little blurb that we put out there is a bit of our energy left with someone. So I will find that there are times when I'm like, I'm spread too thin. And I will go and I will just go through my activity log and I will delete whole sections of things only because I need my energy back. And so what I'm watching you do, Casey, is you're pulling your energy in, which means your body, your soul, your spirit, your mind really needs a break from people. And I know how much you love people. So you may want to bring all of your energy tentacles in. Somehow just envision it. A simple way to do it is just close your eyes and envision this one green, and you reel it in. and you reel it in until it's here. And this one was a parent, and this one was the school, and this one is work, and this is a boss, and that's a cranky person, and just reel them all in, let go, and visualize where all of your energy has been dispersed lately. It's a good meditation, but it also helps you to just kind of pull everything in, reassess. Those closest to you will go, is everything okay? Like, I felt like I needed to call you. Well, that's because I just took all of my energy that you were using as a beautiful blanket, and I took it back because I need it now. And there are people we know that will take our energy and like wrap it around them and get all squishy on it, and you're like, I can't deal with this person right now. Pull it all in. Pull it in. So Casey, that's what's important for you right now. And I think everyone should do this. Everyone, just do it. Even just disconnecting from social media is a huge plus. I did it for over a year when I was finishing my doctorate, and I canceled my account that I've had forever. That's why I think it started maybe a little over a year ago on my Facebook page, because I deleted it. I didn't just deactivate that sucker. I deleted it. I deleted my Twitter. I deleted everything because I just couldn't take anymore. I couldn't focus. All right. So Alpha Omega 11 for you, very important. You have a bunch of faces looking up to you. So I think what's important here is that you are either helping or guiding people that truly need either a role model or someone that they believe cares about them. So the thing is that when it comes to leaders of any kind, leaders, they can move a crowd of people. They can move a crowd of people because each person thinks that that leader is speaking to them specifically. So you are able to appeal to the masses, but you're also charismatic and capable enough to make each person think that I am talking to you right now. I am talking only to you, and that's what they do. And you're either working on it right now, or you are about to be thrust into a situation where you've got little faces looking up to you going, what do we do? Where do we go? How are we going to? And you have an opportunity to mold and to change them because they look like they must be at a place where they're broken or where they have no other hope in the world. And see, normally this is something that is left to God. As an adult, when you are broken and when you fall apart, we're crawling on the ground and we're laying there drying out in the desert, and our faces are all muddy and dirty and sand in our eyes, is when he kind of like scoops us up and he goes, okay, you're hot enough now, and he kind of does this. Well, the people that you will be appealing to and working with aren't so much going, well, I'm going to break down and allow God to do this. They're not there yet, which means that you are going to be helping, instructing them here and helping them to build enough faith in themselves that later they can work on their spiritual connections and their faith that way. But you will be working with them to help them and save them and lift them up where they are currently at, because they may even know God but be very angry at him for whatever various reasons. So for you, take advantage of every time that someone is placed in your path that needs help or guidance, or maybe just a little bit of uplifting information. It's very important. It's very cool. It's very awesome. I think we should all do that, but that's a great message for you. Okay. Maddie Del Ponte has never been read. Okay, Maddie, let's see. Candy corn, anyone? Jelly Belly's the best. Okay. Jelly Belly Factory is like only an hour from me. It's super dangerous. Because you can get 10-pound bags of candy for $2.50. Okay. I'm serious. I'm not lying. Okay. Maddie. So Maddie, you must be kind of stuck in which direction to go. You must be dealing with a wall, whereas you're going in a certain direction, but at the same time you're going, I don't know exactly what to do with all this. So that's the feeling of, I'm going this way. I don't know why yet though. It's not clear to me. I recognize that because this is the biggest, hold on a second. Smash! Oh, hold on. It's one of those centipede suckers. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Hold on, guys. I gotta kill this thing. Holy crap, hold on. Yeah! Oh my god. Seriously? It was like that big. He came from out from under my chair. He could have cried off my leg. Those things are horrible. Holy crap. He got away. Sorry. Those are gross. Okay. So, Maddie. Holy crap. Okay. I myself have been there. So when I was 17, my mom, she was like, you have to go to college. You absolutely have to go to... Yeah. They're horrible. My mom was like, you've got to go to college. I didn't want to go. I am one of those extroverted, introvert people where, and it's because of what I do. When I'm out publicly, I know what I have to exert, so I'll save all of my energy for a specific event or where I have to be outgoing or talkative. I will conserve all of my energy. But normally, I just want to hide. Like, I am the type of person who I just want to do my own thing quietly. And that's why I had 5 children, and yeah, I wasn't thinking straight. I was like, I can handle this. What's one more Happy Meal? Okay, but anyway, for you, the thing is what my point was, and I kind of went off track because that's what Rebecca does. I follow where they're leading me. I went to school, and I was going for one thing. In my head, on paper, I was going for one thing, but I had no idea what I was going for. And being put on a direction or in a direction without a goal in your own head is a complete disaster. You will never end up anywhere, and you'll end up sitting by a chair or by a tree and just going, I don't even know what this path is for. It's not my path. So that's what's so important when we are going in a direction that we think others want for us or that we think is what we want. Make sure that it's what's in your heart. It's what you are feeling passionate about. Ask for it. You know, what do you want me to do? What is my purpose here? What do you want me to do? I'm going to tell you because I know your mother. And it's just shocking that I've never read for you, Maddie. But being that your mom is who she is, and she is an absolute fighter, she's determined, she makes things happen, that is already within you because it's how you've grown up, it's what you've witnessed, and it's what you have seen. And so you know how to rise from the ashes, and you know what it takes to make a success out of things that were nothing, just a pile of, and you're able to take something out of that. So when it comes to education, that's great. You want to be able to support yourself. However, I also know that it's within you to be able to do what you want from nothing. And there's this bit of entrepreneur that's there. And I think that you really need to address that aspect as to who you are too. So if you can mix what you are really good at with knowledge and education, then you'll be a success. So figure out what you love and then go in that direction. Put everything you love on the goal, okay? And everybody do this. Wherever you're sitting right now, everybody do this. So where you're sitting, find something as far away from you as possible in the room that you can see, or out your window. Find it and look at it. When you look at it, everything around you becomes blurry. All you see is what your eyes have focused on in the distance. Getting there, you can see peripherally. Don't take your eyes off of it. You know that if it's from here to the kitchen sink, your peripheral vision will tell you, I have to go around this table, around this chair. There's the dog sleeping. All these things that are in the way, you can see them. You don't have to take your eye off the goal. The moment you look down and go, oh, there's the dog. Oh, I love the dog. Let's pet the dog. Oh, and there's a chair that I better flip this thing over. Oh, it needs a new leg. All of a sudden, you have just found all of these different things that I just seized up. Hold on. all of these different things that are distracting you now. And you've completely lost focus on your direction. Hold on. I have to make sure that this is still working for you guys. Interesting. This still works. So it is still streaming. It's me. Alrighty then. I'm going to grab a couple of people. No, I'm going to wait. Lala, can you message me if you can hear me and see me? Because my stream has completely seized up. Can you message me on my phone, please? And let me know if you can still hear me, Lala. I don't know if I'm going to try to type in there. Nope, I can't even do that. I am seized up. No, I'm going to wait. Okay, let's see. Let me see what I can do. Let me exit this. All right, let's try something else here. Chad. Well, I know you were sitting here, Chad, looking for a reading. So if you can still hear me, you guys, because my system all seized up, I'm going to get back into the live broadcast here. Make sure that it's still okay. Because perfect. My system all seized up, I'm going to get back into the live broadcast here. I had to close out the whole page. Make sure that it's still okay. Because my system all seized up, I'm going to get back into the live broadcast here. I had to close out the whole page. Make sure that it's still okay. Because my system all seized up, I'm going to get back into the live broadcast here. I had to close out the whole page. Make sure that it's still okay. Because my system all seized up, I'm going to get back into the live broadcast here. I had to close out the whole page. Make sure that it's still okay. Because my system all seized up, I'm going to get back into the live broadcast here. I had to close out the whole page. Make sure that it's still okay. Because my system all seized up, I'm going to get back into the live broadcast here. I had to close out the whole page. Make sure that it's still okay. Because my system all seized up, I'm going to get back into the live broadcast here. I had to close out the whole page. Make sure that it's still okay. Because my system all seized up, I'm going to get back into okay, is that better? Is that better, you guys? Did I fix it? Is that better? Okay, it's because when I reset the page, it didn't mute. It didn't mute YouTube. Yeah, I have to mute the site. So, okay. Right? So Chad, let's do that again. I was going through you, Chad, to your wife. So this might be for you, but I focused on her. And what I got was massive acid reflux, not ulcers, not in the stomach, but stress-induced acid reflux or acid buildup. Tums and all the rest will be fine, but it's something that unless the actual stressors are relieved, it will not go away. And so that, yeah. So sorry, you guys. Everybody's like, no, stop. That is so funny. Okay. I did break it. Scorpio, Brianna 90. Okay, let's take a peek here. Scorpio. Scorpio. It's Brianna or Brianna. I hate mispronouncing that because it's always Bria or Bria. Which one? Like brat or brat? Both spelled the same exact, brat and brat, both spelled the same. English language, people. It's crazy. All right. And now? That is so funny. So, wait, are my lips and everything are off now? It's like, it's so stupid. I guess it's my time to exit. I'm going to do Brianna, and then I'm going to call it a day, because everything is screwed up now. Sorry, guys. So if I don't move my mouth like this, if I go, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So, Scorpio Brianna, let me read you and then we'll get on with it. All right. Okay. You know what's funny is as I am looking for your energy, I'm wondering if you must be going through something or must be going through a lot, because what I had explained earlier about being under stress, physical strength, stress, human stress, our spirits kind of lift. That's kind of what it looks like. Is there's something going on, and I can hear all of these different voices. So that tells me that you must be going through something, because those will intentionally try to drive you crazy or intentionally try to make you think that you're a nut job, and you're not. They they're vocal enough to where you can hear them, and they're negative messages. They are not positive messages. So in order to stop something like that, all you really what I do, I'll just tell you what I do. I will just say, I don't have time for this today. I don't have time to listen to this. I don't have time, and I will go, okay, I must be going through enough. I'll pull myself back in. But that's really what you need to do, is focus on shutting them out, like a light bulb, like a light switch. Turn it on and off. So that also tells me that you must have some form of, I don't know, abilities, and you need to practice either using them or not using them. Turning them off is most important. Very important that you do that. I have to too. Yeah. I have to do the same thing. Chinese movies, when the words come. I know, that's why I did that, Angela. I was like, oh my gosh! It's one of those, right? Oh no, it's Godzilla. Brianna, another thing you can also do is look at the people around you. If you've got toxic people around you, you have to be real with yourself. Even if you can't leave a certain situation or a relationship or walk away from them, be clear with yourself and just simply say, you know what, this is the truth of the matter. This is the situation that I'm dealing with, and this is how I feel about it. And be honest with yourself, because then you'll be able to then recognize how you deal with things honestly with yourself. And you'll know that you don't have to be any other different way. If you just say, this is who I am, this is how I am, but I have to deal with this is the way it is, or I have to deal with this person the way that they are, then you can stand back and go, okay, I look at this differently now, because I know me. I know what's in here. I know what I'm supposed to do. It's interesting. Okay. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I've... Linda Thorpe, please read me before you leave. Linda, I can see it. So Linda, you're on your beach, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 4 holes that are dug in your beach, and you're holding a shovel. So what's important is how we look at this. Are you digging a new hole, or are you going to use the tool that you have to fill in these 4 holes? So you are going to have to make up your mind consciously make the effort and make up your mind to fill in those 4 holes rather than dig another one. And sometimes it's very hard to do that. The problem with the holes is that if there is any form of higher water, that water will come and fill up these holes. You do not want water so close to a specific place that you consider a haven or a safe place. So you need to consciously make the effort to say, you know what? This is not mine. I'm not signing off on it. This has nothing to do with me. I'm going to stay out of it. This is toxic. I'm going to close the curtain on this. I'm going to slowly walk away from this. You consciously have to make that up. And then you have to tell yourself, you know, I put this on Facebook the other day. When was the last time you had compassion for yourself? When was the last time you looked in the mirror and went, it's okay. You tried your hardest today and it didn't end up the way you wanted it to, but it's okay. You're still a good person. Have you ever done that for yourself? We do it for everybody else. Well, if, you know, most of the time, maybe not, depending on what kind of person you are, but have you ever looked at yourself and said, it's okay, don't be so hard on yourself. You've tried. You did your best. You did what you could. Then you close your eyes and you say, come here, let me give you a hug. And you wrap your arms around yourself and you give yourself the tightest hug you can, and then you just like sit there and you rock. And you rock yourself. Give yourself that hug. Do it. Just try it. It's pretty amazing. So Linda, you need to give yourself a break. You need to give yourself a break. Yeah, it's interesting. You guys, well, try it. If you've never done that, look in the mirror and just say, you know what, Linda, you've done your best this week and you did all you could and you've tried and you're a good person and I love you. So you need to love yourself. That's what you say to yourself in the mirror. I know. Nobody does it. No one gives themselves compassion. They do it for everyone else. They see everybody else struggling and they're like, I know, but you know what? Carol, Karen, Janet, Laura, whoever, you're a good person. Everybody loves being around you. You're funny. Just stop being so hard on yourself. So this week sucked. It's going to get on. Do that for yourself. That's everybody's homework. So, okay. I will get back on again. I know I can hear all the ruckus upstairs. So I am part of this wine group, and if you don't have one in your area, you need to start it, where it's women, of course, but you wine people and you create these little fun baskets with wine, or maybe they don't drink, so maybe it's coffee or tea or whatever, and you just fill it with all these goodies, and you get their information because they're part of this secret group, of course, and you get their addresses, and then you run up and you ding dong ditch them and you drop the basket on the ground and you run. And so I've been doing those. I just dropped off 11 baskets and I have 4 more to do, and it's pouring down rain. So, and I just did my hair too, so don't touch my hair. I'm working on my hair all day and you hit it. So I'm going to go work on my baskets and finish those up and go deliver some baskets while it's raining and crappy out. But it's fun. So if you're in Wisconsin, you should be a part of the group. It's a good time. So all of you, this is going to end soon. I don't want to get into it, but take care of yourself like you would any other time that you are around people who might be sick. It's usually at Christmas, and everybody is sniffling and coughing, and you're like, oh my gosh, and you just want to disown people. But take care of yourself as if you were around a sick person. If you are afraid of being sick, don't go out right now. It's just super simple. But treat it like you would a dangerous issue like influenza A. That's deadly. And it's something everybody has lived with probably their entire life. So treat it as if it was just influenza A. And keep your fingers away from this. Nowhere near this when you're out. And wash your hands as often as possible. We will all get through this. And I just expect to see everybody back on this. Now, oh, I almost forgot. Make sure, if you haven't done it yet, go to the YouTube channel here, Paranormal PhD, and like that, and subscribe to it and hit the little notification bell, because I am working with Russell Acord from Expedition Bigfoot on the Travel Channel, and with Jeff Byers of Creature Replica, and we are putting together a show, and we are taking all sorts of stories and evidence on the Facebook page where you can message us, Paranormal PhD, and send us your information, and we may come to your place live, all three of us, to investigate whatever you've got going on there. So YouTube and Facebook, Paranormal PhD, like, subscribe. May 30th will be our first show. We are going live, the three of us, on an undisclosed location I cannot divulge. And that will be the start of this whole thing, and you want to watch it. It is going to be amaze balls, because every show will be an hour, and depending on what we're getting, we may go on longer than that. But it'll all be live, and you can chat with us. Lala will be in the chat room, and Kim Borders will be in the chat room, so they will help relay us information, but it will all be live, and it is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. May 30th, coming to you live. Make sure you subscribe, Paranormal PhD, YouTube and Facebook, and the chat rooms will be abuzz. I'm super excited. You guys take care. I look forward to seeing you all in so many other places. And stay safe. God bless. And you know how to reach me if you guys have any other questions. Oh, that little doodad just came out from underneath there. I just saw him. He went back under. I'm not fast enough. You guys take care. Bye.